What's up, Badger Nation? Launching your first few Amazon ads can be tough, confusing, and can really leave you feeling defeated. Sellers come to us all the time looking for help with high ACoS campaigns that are burning right through their ad budgets. After looking through thousands and thousands of these campaigns over the years, we can confidently say that the most common issues that we see in high ACoS accounts has to do with structure and keywords mostly. This brings up some important questions. Firstly, how do you set up your campaigns for success from the get-go? Which campaign should you start first? When do you launch your manual campaign? Where do you find your winning keywords? What the heck are converting search terms? Converting ASINs? Where do you find all this stuff? Which match types do you use? Amazon PPC can be overwhelming without proper guidance, but that's what we're here for. To make things easy, let's just pretend that you're about to launch a brand new product, a completely new ASIN. The first thing you should do is completely launch an auto campaign after you have 5 reviews on your listing. If you don't know what to do with your bid and budget for this new auto campaign, we recommend starting off with a budget of around $30 to $50 a day, and then a default bid of 75 cents to $1. This auto campaign's main purpose is to collect data, so you're going to leave it running for about 2 to 3 weeks to collect enough data. You can be more aggressive with your bid and budget if you want to collect data faster, or if you're in a more competitive niche. Once you've had that auto campaign running for 2 to 3 weeks, it's time to extract your best converting search terms and your best converting ASINs so you can launch your manual campaigns. How the heck do you do that though? Let's dive right in. So here we are inside of Seller Central. All you got to do to get to this page is log right in. And then from here, you're going to go ahead and either click advertising or just click directly to reports and then click advertising reports. If you click advertising, you'll be taken to a page like this. And then you can click advertising reports right here. Or again, you can just click right from the top, reports, advertising reports, and you'll be taken to the same page. So here is the advertising reports tab, and what we're trying to download right here is a search term report. A search term report is going to have all of the search terms that your customers have literally typed into Amazon search bar before clicking on your ad and buying your product. So that's all really valuable data, those search terms, and those can be turned into exact match keywords to add into your manual sponsored product campaigns. Along with the search terms that we get in a search term report, it will also have a list of a bunch of different ASINs. And that list of ASINs is ASINs that your ad was displayed on and that customers clicked on before buying your product as well. So we can find your converting ASINs inside of a search term report too. So we want to download this, pull out all of those converting search terms, pull out all of those converting ASINs, and we can add those into manual campaigns and really kind of understand what our ACoS is going to be right from the start, because we'll have all of that data. I'll show you guys how to do all of that stuff right now. So let's just download the search term report and hop right into it. So the first option you have here is to select, between sponsored products or sponsored brand campaigns. So let's pick sponsored products here. You can pick different report types. So there's search term reports, targeting reports, advertised product, placement, purchase product, and performance over time reports. The one that we're looking for today is the search term report. So select that. You can name it whatever you want. Over here, report period, I like to pick as much data as possible. So hit customized, and then you should be able to go back a few months. Yeah, October 13th here. And then this is today, December 12th. There is a 48-hour Amazon data reporting delay, though, that you should definitely be aware of. And what this means is that Amazon doesn't release any accurate data for the first 48 hours after that data is collected. Meaning anything that you see in Seller Central from today or from yesterday is probably skewed data that doesn't make much sense. So we like to omit the last 48 hours to get rid of any of this skewed data. So let's go back to December 10th for our timeline here, and then hit apply. And then you can see daily or total. I like to use the total for the data unit. And then hit create report right here. And right here you can see we have a search term report. It gives us the report period, day created, and it is generating the report right now. Typically this will take about a minute. Depends on the account size and how many search terms slash keywords you have in your account. But we're going to wait that out. There we go. It's downloaded. Click download. And next, I'm going to open this up and hop into that step. So here's that search term report that we just downloaded. And inside of the search term report, we are going to get two lists. The first list is going to be a list of search terms or text that customers have literally typed into Amazon search bar before finding your product, finding your advertisement, clicking your ad, and converting on your product. The second list that we're going to get is a list of ASINs that look like this right here. And what these are actual ASINs or other listings that an Amazon customer was on before being served your advertisement from your auto campaign. And then they ended up clicking on your ad, going to your product, and converting for your product. So these are all of the listings that have converted in the past for you. So this is all really valuable information, and we should take these and extract them into their own manual campaigns. So the first things that we need to do to accomplish this is take out all of the search terms first, the text ones, and then after that we're going to take out all of the ASINs into a separate list. And I'll show you guys what to do with those lists right after this part where I show you how to get the actual list. So the first thing that we're going to want to do is apply a filter to column O, and that's the ACOS column. And what we're going to do here is get rid of any of these search terms or ASINs that have not converted yet at all. If they haven't converted, it'll just be a blank space like this. So all you have to do to get rid of all of these is click on column O, add a filter to column O. And then for numbers, let's look for anything greater than 0. Give it some time. And just like that, only the ASINs that have converted at least once and have an actual ACOS for us to base their performance off of will appear in column O. Then we can move on to the next step. So come right in here in your search term report to column H, and then you can click add a filter, column H. And the first one I like to do is to get rid of all of the ASINs so that we're left only with search terms. So you can go to text right here, and then does not contain, and then B0, because all ASINs start with B0. So that's going to get rid of every single ASIN in the search term report. Keep in mind your search term report is going to be much longer than this one I'm working with right now. This is kind of just mock-up data because I didn't want to use a real account for privacy issues. So all you're going to do now is take this list of search terms, copy it, and throw it into a list just like this. One thing that you can also do, if you scroll over here on your search term report, you will actually see the ACOS in column O. So you can go ahead and apply another filter if you'd like on column O that will only show things under a certain ACOS. The reason for this is even though these search terms right here have converted in the past and have a history of converting, some of them still will have a pretty high ACOS every now and then. The majority of these search terms and these ASINs are going to have a low ACOS and are going to be good performers. But every now and then you may see the occasional 50%, 100%, 120, something ridiculous. So for that search term, you have two options. The first one is to exclude it altogether. That's the easier option. The second option is to make note of the high ACOS for that particular term or for that particular ASIN. And then when you go to add it into your manual campaign, you can be sure to set a lower bid for it. This will create a bunch of problems if you're using an optimization software such as Bids by Badger. So I would recommend just omitting ones or leaving them out if their ACOS is over your target ACOS by a wide margin. So anyways, now that we have this list of customer search terms and we've copied that and pasted that right here into our notepad, we're good to go with those. So we're going to send those to the top of our notepad here. And the second list that we're going to work on getting is for the list of ASINs. So let's come back over here to column H, And we're going to delete that filter, and we're going to add another filter on column H. And we're going to only display text that starts with B0. And just like that, we are only going to see ASINs. We're going to have a whole list of ASINs that we can add into a new manual campaign using the product targeting features that were just released by Amazon. I'll show you guys how to do all of that right after this step. Now that we have that list of ASINs, one thing I would definitely recommend is to come over to column O one more time and double check that the ACOS is appropriate. Again, you don't want to be adding any of these ASINs into your winning ASIN manual campaign if they're running at an ACOS that's too high or that's way over your target ACOS. So if you have a target ACOS of 30% and an ASIN appears on your search term report and it's showing that it has converted in the past, but it's done so at an ACOS of 100%, it may be a good idea to just completely leave that off. So take out any of the poor performers, and then you're left with your list of ASINs. Copy that, drop that in your list. And then there's one final thing we have to do for this list of ASINs. Now that you have that list of ASINs, the final thing that we have to do for them is transition from all lowercase into all uppercase. It is default for search term reports to contain ASINs in lowercase fashion. So we have these right here, but since Amazon's new product targeting features are still in beta, there is a bug where if you try to enter a list of all lowercase ASINs, it will be rejected by Amazon. It's only accepting all uppercase letters right now for some reason. So what we're going to do to get around this problem is I like to use this website right here, convertcase.net. All you're going to do is take your list of ASINs that we have already made right here, copy it, paste them in right here, and then just click uppercase. And just like that, the list is all uppercase. Copy that again, come back to your list, and boom. Everything is all capitalized now, and we're ready for the next step, which is actually turning these search terms right here into a manual campaign with the exact match type, and then adding these capitalized ASINs as your ASIN list inside of a new manual product targeting campaign. If you've been absolutely hating your life for the past 5 minutes in dealing with spreadsheets and downloading search term reports and sifting through it, applying filters, trying to get your search terms and your ASINs out of there, there is good news. There is an easier alternative. Check this out. I did want to quickly show our AdBadger users who are watching this how they can use the AdBadger platform to avoid having to download a search term report and deal with any of those pesky spreadsheets, or even apply filters to pull out their search terms or pull out their converting ASINs. So if you're an AdBadger user, you can go right here to negative keyword tool, select negative keyword forage, one-time action. And then from there, this tool is going to basically allow you to sift through every single keyword in your account and apply certain filters to find terms and ASINs that you are looking for to add into your manual campaigns. So just click filter existing keywords right here, and then you will be able to select the campaign, select the date range, and apply filters right here. So you can apply a filter looking for anything with over 0 conversions. This particular metric right here is 30-day conversions, and all that 30-day conversion means is there's a 30-day conversion window from the time they click your ad to the time they convert for them to be tracked as a conversion. So then once you have that in right there, that will load up all the keywords in your account that have converted at least once. In this particular account, there's 474 of them. And then from there, right under query here, you will see your search terms that have converted at least once, and then you will also see ASINs from time to time. So what you can do with those, just like you would in the spreadsheet, is you can copy them and paste them into a list just like this. And if you're an AdBadger user, that is what I would recommend doing because it's a much faster way of doing things. So now if you're not an AdBadger user, you should have these two lists that we got from the search term report that we downloaded and sifted through together. And if you are an Ad Badger user and you went through the Forager, you should be able to come up with a list of search terms right here, and then also a list of ASINs right here. So once you have those lists, it's time to actually dive right into Seller Central and get these campaigns launched. So let's start off with this search terms. Let's get these search terms into a manual campaign and make sure those are all exact match. And then we're going to go right back into the auto campaign they came from, and we're going to add them as negative keywords. Let's do it. All right, so here we are in Seller Central. You can click Advertising, Campaign Manager, and then you can click Create a Campaign. It'll be up here in the top left. And then you will be at this page. Choose your campaign type. We're going to be building a sponsored products campaign together, so click that. And then enter your campaign name here, start date, end date, your daily budget, and then select manual targeting here. Also go ahead and select an ad group name and enter that right here. And then come right down here to this part and select which product you want to advertise. You can also choose add variations, and that'll add every single variation of an ASIN that you have. Then come right down here to targeting. We're going to go ahead and choose keyword targeting for the search terms that we have. Scroll down a little bit more here. And just like this, we are going to be able to click enter keywords. For the match type, we're going to select exact match type because broad and phrase can cause a lot of unwanted issues. So just like that, we're ready to copy and paste all of our keywords right here. Here we go. All right, and then you can click add keywords. And just like that, all of your keywords will be added down below. Normally, a suggested bid will pop up here if these are legit keywords. And you can click apply all. And then that's a good starting point for your bids. You can also just leave it at 75 cents. If you want to be less aggressive, you can set it to 50 cents default bid. You can even bump it up to $1 if you want to be more aggressive. But that is my suggestion for that. And then just like that, we're ready to go ahead and launch this campaign. Now that you've gotten all of your converting search terms into your manual campaign as exact match keywords, it's time to go ahead and take that same list and add those as negative keywords. Let me show you how to do that right now. So the first thing to do is open up your automatic campaign that you got your search terms from in the first place. This is your source campaign for all of those search terms. And then you're going to come over and click negative keywords inside of Seller Central. And then go ahead and click add negative keywords here. We have the option to add a couple different match types. You can add negative phrase keywords, or you can add negative exact keywords. We do recommend adding negative exacts in this situation. So again, take that list and go ahead and paste it right here. Click add keywords. And just like that, all of these will be added as negative exact keywords. And that is going to prevent your automatic campaign from interfering with the new manual campaign that you just loaded with all of those converting search terms. Let's now go ahead and click save. And now those are all added as negative exact keywords inside of your auto campaign. Now that we've done that, let's go back and take that list of ASINs that we still have right here and create our product targeting ad with our list of converting ASINs. So now let's create that product targeting ad using our list of ASINs inside of Seller Central. So first, you can just go to Advertising and then Campaign Manager, and then click Create New Campaign once again. And we'll be right back here at this page. Go ahead and click Continue under Sponsored Products again. And then go ahead and select Manual Targeting after filling in your campaign name, start date, end date, daily budget. Make sure you give your ad group name, and then also select which products you want to advertise. Again, if you want to select all variations of a particular ASIN, you can just click Add Variations. And then scroll down more here to Product Targeting Beta, and we're going to select that. Scroll down a little bit more and you'll see this product targeting box right here. We do have a couple options. You can target by category, or you can select individual products with this tab. Go ahead and select individual products. Once you add a product above, it's going to
propagate a huge list of suggested products, suggested ASINs that Amazon's going to provide you. Go ahead and ignore these for now. There's also the option to search, and then there's the option to enter a list, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to enter our list of ASINs from our notepad right here, paste those right into this ASIN list area. So if your ASINs that you have in your list are invalid or don't exist anymore, you will get an error pop up here. If you skip this step where we went in and capitalized all of the letters in your ASIN as well, if you skip that step, then you're also going to have an error pop up that looks like this. And it'll say that the products weren't added. Again, this list isn't working because these are fake ASINs that I came up with for privacy purposes to hide the account that I'm working with for this video. However, once you go ahead and paste your list in here and hit target, it'll add all of those right in this section right here. You'll be able to apply the suggested bid. The default bid will be set at 75 cents. Again, if you want to be less aggressive, go ahead and change that bid to 50 cents. If you want to be more aggressive, you can enter $1. Suggested bids are also a great place to start for your bids. The lax box here at the bottom is for negative product targeting. This will allow you to exclude certain ASINs or exclude certain brands. And this will basically prevent your ad from appearing on a certain brand or for a certain ASIN that you want to exclude. So you can go ahead and exclude your brand by clicking right here. And then you can go ahead and launch campaign, and you are all set to go with your new product targeting ad with all of your converting ASINs.
So there you have it. For your newly launched product, you should now have an auto campaign for research, a manual campaign with all of your best converting terms, and a product targeting campaign with all of your best converting ASINs. Now that you know the process, every single one of your ASINs from now on should have one auto, one manual, and one product targeting ad just to begin with. It's always a good idea to constantly monitor your account and optimize your campaigns further as well. Bid optimization and negative keyword optimization are ongoing processes that you'll need to do on a routine basis to keep your campaigns in check. You should think about PPC optimization like going to the gym. It's an ongoing process that never really ends, and improvements can constantly be made. Because bid optimization and keyword optimization tend to be very tedious and very time-consuming tasks, I personally recommend using a software tool that can automate all of these tasks for you, which will save you time and money. If you don't want to use an automated solution though, we'll be releasing more content in the future discussing bid optimization and keyword optimization techniques and strategies, so be sure to stay tuned for that. That's it for today's video. Hopefully you found some awesome value and some good takeaways from this. If you ran into any trouble creating your campaigns, just drop a comment below. We'll do our best to get to those and help you out as much as possible. This has been Brett from the Badger Den. This is an epic hat, and I'll see you next time in the Badger Den.